I'm telling you, there's no way that Mick Foley
That was
Mankind
Mankind
and Cactus Jack. It didn't happen.
It's the same dude.
Well, one wore a mask.
Right now on BeachBytes.
What? Huh? Ain't this something? Delete! Obsolete!
Today, we are talking all about my faction. Don't you click away, Thurston. This is important, and we need to talk about it because the whole community is angry. Well, I say the whole community, and I mean the 1%, the 2K says is their 1%. So if you go to Twitter or Reddit or their Discord, if you go to their Discord, you say anything bad about WWE 2k23, they kick you out of there. Even as argumentative, explain to me what WWE 2k23 is doing with their community right now. They say that 1% is their Twitter audience and their online presence. So where's the rest of everybody at? Why aren't you watching this video or subscribe to the channel? Because we got all the news you'd ever want. But I guess it's only 1%. But my faction has divided that 1% to 0.5%. That math checks out.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Also, what doesn't check out is the fact that if you're going to sell me a 2001 or 2 Triple H, make sure you know what a 2001 or 2 Triple H looks like and not 1998. Care about the product. If I know more about wrestling than the people that develop this game know about wrestling, that is another issue that we need to discuss right there. What people are mostly angry about is the fact that we get alternate attires that are not available in the main game. So we're going to start out by looking at the My Faction modes and what it actually brings to you. If you go into live events, if you just picked up the game today and you want to play, well, if you haven't bought packs in the store, you can't because you don't have those cards required to play live events. Now, you can grind the game and do this no money spent. It will take you 85,000 hours to do it, but it is possible. And then you can go in and get those cards, but only if you pull them. This has become a knockoff of My Team and Ultimate Team. Where Ultimate Team and My Team work is, one, they are sports games, and this is a sports audience. 2K23 is now being treated as a sports game, but it is not and never has been, and that is my big issue with it. But if you haven't gone through and played, you're not going to play those live events unless maybe you pull those. It's become predatory where they release these ultimate packs that have all these alternate attires that everyone wants in the game, but there's no guarantee that you'll get them, and if you do, what do you do with them? It's just Faction Wars. Faction Wars is 4-on-4 action as you climb through a tower to unlock rewards, but I don't like playing 4-on-4 matches. They go on forever. I have things to do in my life, like watch Supernatural or The Witcher. I cannot sit here and play this game for 24 hours straight. But here's the other problem with it, is now that you've beaten the towers, the rewards stop. I haven't got that far, as you can tell, because I don't care. That's the thing, and that's another part that is with the community, is that they don't care. This is not a mode that you're going to be able to force down our throats. Now, the ultimate option is don't play My Faction, and that makes complete sense. You cannot play it. But the other problem I have with it is the reasoning for my faction existing is not true. They tell us that it is made by a different team. That I will give you, as the full team is already working on WWE 2k24, so they have a skeleton crew that's keeping 23 going. I'm fine with that. But as you can see, when you go through and you're like, oh, well, they just add these in and they're not added to the main game. Well, they have to have structure to the main game, because then these are flagged that you cannot upload these to community creations or download them, which tells me that it uses the exact same structure of every other wrestler that's in the game, and they're flagged just like a pre-order bonus would be or any other DLC character would be. So they're all using the same framework. What are your thoughts on my faction? Comment down below. Do you even care about this mode? What does this mean for the future of WWE 2k24? Oh, this mode is staying, and it's going to be back and better than ever. But I wish that if 2K is going to do this, that they would go all in, take the My Team route, since it is by 2K. My hope is that you take the Ultimate Team route, like Madden, and you give us trading cards, give us auctions, give us a way to sell our cards and make money back so we can buy more packs. Or the ultimate thing is if we unlock it in my faction, let us be able to go ahead and use it in the main game. Because what this mode is going to suffer from, just like my team and Ultimate Team does, is with this being a yearly title, this mode is only good for 365 days. After the new game comes out, that mode completely dies off and there's no more support for it. So you're collecting all these cards and stuff, and when the servers go off, you've lost everything. Whereas if you could go ahead and unlock the attires in the game once you played, at least if you go back years later and you want to play with that Undertaker card that you grinded 500 hours for, which I did in WWE 2k22, it is still on the channel. It is a very interesting journey. It's pointless now. It was a horrible ride, but it's pointless now that I have that card because it doesn't do anything, and the servers go off when 2k24 comes out. So then no one's ever gonna know that I had that Undertaker card, and that makes me, I don't care. It's just, this is a mode that's not geared towards wrestling fans, and as soon as 2K realizes that, maybe we will move on to it. But the whole discussion is this divided camps. You have people that love my faction, even though I can't find anybody that loves my faction. And I have people that hate my faction, and I can find a lot of those. But the thing is the loudest audience is, of course, the echo chamber of Twitter and Discord and Reddit, and they don't listen to those. So who are they listening to? If they won't release numbers, that would solve the whole thing. If you would release that Jerry down the road is spending $10,000 a month on my faction cards, completely understand why this is in. But this has been a really long way to tell you that my faction is staying in 2K24. They're going to keep pushing it out, and it's going to get better, or it's going to get worse. But either way, it is something that we're going to have to deal with in the system for WWE 2K24. And I feel like it will get worse before it gets better, depending on your perspective of the mode. At the end of the day, there's nothing we can do to stop it. They are going to keep pushing it out, and hopefully that we can find a common ground to make the mode at least fun. If you stayed this far in the video, can you hit that like button for me? It sends it out so more people can see it and really helps the channel out. And since you're still here, if you haven't subscribed, because you obviously like the content, because you're still listening to me talk about a mode that no one cares about. For more WWE 2K23 content, check out those videos right there. They will help you play the game that you want to, like Awesomeness and Not My Faction, or there's My Faction stuff too. Make life your beach, and we'll see you on the next video.